We're going to go live again, Mr. Kelchin.
All righty.
Okay, we're officially live. What have we missed?
I wish I had a couple nice defensive plays there. As Jake Kennedy again got in the backfield and tackled for locks. Now we got a 4th and 13 coming up for Tripoli.
Okay. 4th and 13 coming up for Tripoli. That sounds good. Here's a long pass. The guy's open, but ball's overthrown. So Panthers will take over. Or Raiders will take over, excuse me. We're going to take over on the 30-yard line. Now I'm going to go through the whole process of sharing out the new link for people. A little drama here with our live stream. I was worried that our hotspot wasn't going to work, and as it turned out, it was got to plug the computer in so the computer stayed charged.
All right.
Because I think when it was telling me it was 8%, I have a feeling it was not anything percent. Here's a nice run by Behrens to the left side. He's going to get, I assume that's Behrens, yeah.
Yes, that was Behrens.
He's going to get about 8 or 9 yards.
Run by Caden Behrens for about 8 yards.
Looks like 8.
Yeah, if you could do the play-by-play, I'll get some stuff.
Sounds good.
The link out, and then I'll try to get it to you so you can put it on the school's Facebook.
Sounds good. 2nd and 2 coming up for Dunkerton here.
All right. So
Riley's lining up under the center. We got Van Langen and Behrens in the backfield. Chipoli's bringing up a linebacker on a blitz, and they get into the backfield and tackle. I think that was Van Langen for a loss of about 4.
Braden Van Langen's a carrier. He's met in the backfield. That'll be a short loss. Loss of about 1. 3rd down and 3.
3rd down and 3 coming up for the Raiders. Jacob Branch running out onto the field to get the play in to Riley. Riley is back in the shotgun. Nobody else in the backfield. We got a couple out wide. Van Langen in motion. Van Langen gets the ball on the sweep, and it looks like he got enough for the 1st down.
Braden Van Langen's the ball carrier. He cuts it up the middle.
And he does. Nice little run by Van Langen on the sweep. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
do you know which one is the active one?
It is the 2nd one.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to get this, if I can, post to the board. Maybe I can, maybe I can't.
If you scroll down and find the post that I just put on, it should be right underneath that one, maybe.
Yeah, there we go.
If you can comment, there we go.
Late to Jake Kennedy. He's tackled right at the line. No gain. 2nd and 10.
We have 2nd and 10 coming up for the Raiders.
Okay. So we got 7 minutes and 56 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. It's 8-0. Tripoli is leading. Boy, low scoring, well played game so
yes,
far.
It is. I formation. Behrens gets the ball just off to the right side, picks up a couple yards, maybe 3.
Caden Behrens about a 3-yard gain.
And it'll be a 3rd down and 7 to go for the Raiders.
The Raiders have it 3rd down and 7 from the 37.
Getting it up on Facebook.
I did put it back on the Dunkerton Facebook page. Now I'm letting some of the folks in Tripoli know we have a new link. Hopefully, well, boy, this doesn't even look like the right one.
Timeout Raiders.
And Dunkerton takes a timeout here. So we'll have a little time to see if we can get it back up on.
Oh, maybe I got a copy of the new one. That's the problem.
There we go.
It always looks so easy when you're not under pressure. It's always so much easier to do. So, okay. I got to go back and grab some things and tweet it out. And like I said, I do know that if you subscribe to the channel, and we'll leave the channel the same, you'll get you'll get an email right away when it happens.
All right.
And you should get, boy, why is that? Maybe it is the right leg. So hopefully that's, I don't know. We'll see. Somebody came back. And so we shall see. Maybe we'll take a second and walk around the corner and
see if we can
hear ourselves. So
that sounds good. 3rd and 7 coming up for Dunkerton here. Kind of a big play. It'd be nice to get this first down, keep the drive moving.
Yeah, because we could probably this could be the drive for the second half. Or for the end of the half.
Riley gets a snap, takes off running to the left side. Good little hole.
He's got the first down.
He's got the first down and more. He gets out just shy of the 20-yard line.
They had him stood up and out of bounds, and then they tackled him. And I was kind of hoping that maybe we'd get a call there.
14-yard gain will put it at the 22-yard line.
So, anyway, we're in business. Dunkerton has the ball at the Tripoli 22-yard line. There's 6 minutes and 52 seconds left. They've got 1st and 10, and they're ready to go. I'm just going right to the source now. The good news is nobody's paying for this.
That's true.
They're getting what they're paying for. Here's Behrens on the sweep.
Right.
Gosh, he got the corner. He did a nice job.
That was a nice run.
So.
Hayden Behrens is able to turn the corner.
Looks like we got about a 2nd and 3 coming up for the Raiders.
2nd down and 3.
Second and 3 from the 15. Shotgun formation. Moles, he's got company back there. Oh,
we got throw off. Behrens on the catch.
There you go. Touchdown,
I think he got in.
Yeah, he got in. He got in.
Great pass from Riley Moles to Hayden Behrens for the Raider touchdown.
Very nice. I didn't think Moles was going to get that ball off. I thought he was taking off running and
I don't.
was going to get stopped.
Throw that left-handed, or he got that ball out.
He just barely got it out. Yeah.
He was kind of running to his left, running for his life, and I thought he was going to get sacked. And all of a sudden he throws the ball, and not only does he throw it, but he gets it to
Behrens,
and Behrens made a nice catch and turned upfield and kept going.
Yes, very good drive for Dunkerton here. Looks like we are going to go for the 2-point conversion, see if we can tie it up.
So with 6:24, Dunkerton's on the scoreboard. It's 8-6. It's 6:24 in the first half. So, there's a ball on the ground, and I would think that I guess they can't pick that up in high school,
that's
can they?
dead.
So, unfortunately,
fumbled snap.
Panthers, 2-point try, then it's no good. The score is Raiders 6, Panthers 8.
I'm trying to get this all messaged out there in the world, and then I'll maybe walk around the corner and
some nice offensive plays there for Dunkerton. Nice to get on the board. Hopefully our defense can step up and get a stop and get us the ball back here.
All right, so I have been focusing on the computer. What did I miss besides us going down and scoring a touchdown?
Some nice plays by our offense. Lions doing a good job of creating some holes, and Riley and Caden did a good job making some plays on that drive.
We got 2 people listed, so I'm going to go with the assumption that we are back on the air.
We are back and live.
Those people, thank you for being persistent. Sorry that happened. Like we said, we're not professionals. So, all right.
Matt Wheeler's getting ready to kick for Dunkerton.
Yeah, that was a great play. I just
It
thought
was.
he was going
It
down.
was. I thought that was going to be a loss, and he turned it into 6 points.
And then Barons did a nice job of catching it, turn around. He likes to score, or he doesn't go down right away and doesn't go out of bounds easily. And
Yep, he's made some nice plays for us already tonight.
so that's good. Keeps his feet and is always thinking about getting more. So
Panthers return the ball to the 25-yard line.
Panthers get the ball out to the 25-yard line. There's 6 minutes and 19 seconds left in the second quarter. Tripoli is leading 8-6, but Dunkerton shut them down on their last couple of drives and actually just came out and scored themselves. So here's kind of a sweep, but he's got company in the backfield. That's going to be a
Nice
tackle
play
for loss.
That was Barons that got in the backfield there.
Really nice play. They were doing a sweep. They ended up losing about 4 yards on the play, maybe even 5.
Yep, Barons got there right away, and Gabe Heidemann came in to help clean it up.
So
5-yard loss.
They got 2nd and 15 from their own 20, and we've got about 5 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, which, as we talked earlier, you don't need much time to score an 8-man. But we'd like to get the ball back here. So here's kind of Tripoli doing what looked like a counter and then a keeper for a pass. They've got a guy wide open on the sideline. He is out of bounds. I think they're going to give him just short of the first down. So it's going to be about a 9.5-yard pass play, but they're not moving the chains. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 from the 34-yard line. And it's a very short one. So
Yes,
that stops the clock with 5 minutes and 32 seconds left. As Tripoli comes up to the line, they're going to go tight I formation with a guy split out to the far side of the field. And this is going to be a quarterback sneak. And he doesn't get much more than the 1 yard he needed, but he does get the yard. And so it's going to be first down for Tripoli at about their 36.
1st and 10 Panthers. Panthers have the
So
ball. 1st and 10 on
I kind of missed what happened on that pass play, but
Yeah,
looked like we were going to sack him, and all of a sudden he
yep, we
escaped the
left. I think that was number 55, Dawson Bergman, same kid from Tripoli that caught the touchdown pass earlier, and he must have had a breakdown in coverage somewhere because he was pretty wide open along the sideline.
Yeah, quite frankly, we were lucky to keep it to just 10 yards.
Yes.
Here's an inside handoff on kind of a counter play, and the Tripoli runner is free down to the 25-yard line. That was kind of a well-designed play.
That was Blake Braca for Tripoli on that run, number 44.
And they're going to call holding. I was wondering, the officials aren't moving, so I don't see the flag, but we've got holding on Tripoli, so that play's going to come back.
Flag on the play. It looks like holding is the call on the Panthers.
So Tripoli had the ball. I guess I see the flag now. Hey, my eyes aren't that bad because that flag was hidden.
I saw it. It was right. It was right by the 40-yard line.
10 yards from the spot.
Thanks, Mr. Couchin. That's great. You'll get old someday too, buddy.
I'm getting there.
So that takes it back to the
First down and 18.
Tripoli's own 28-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 18. And we've got 4 minutes and 56 seconds on a running clock right now. So here we is Tripoli going to call a timeout? He got up
looks
to the
like
line of
timeout
scrimmage
for
and
Tripoli.
didn't like what he saw.
Timeout Panthers.
So, all right. So the timeout situation, Dunkerton has 1 timeout left, and Tripoli has 2 timeouts left. It's 4 minutes and 49 seconds left. Ball's at Tripoli's own 28-yard line, and as we said, you don't need more than 30 seconds to put together a drive in 8-man football.
Absolutely.
If you're Dunkerton, what are you trying to defend here? I mean, besides the big play.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing, is try to keep that big play from happening. But if we can pinch up the middle and hopefully keep that run game from getting many yards here, hopefully we can get the ball back.
The escapability of both quarterbacks, but certainly the Tripoli quarterback, he's gotten out of a couple things, especially that last pass play. Where
Yep, that has made a difference.
I thought he was dead to right. And then, of course, our touchdown came on a nifty play where both of us thought that Molds was going down, and somehow he threw the ball. So here we go, 1st and 18. There's a kind of a quick pitch sweep, And it's going to be about a 6-yard gain to the left side, run out of bounds, unfortunately. So that's going to keep the clock stopped. Ball is going to be up from the 28 up to the, I guess that's a 6-yard gain to the 34. Second and 12 now.
Yep.
That kind of reminded me of USC student body left. Just a real quick sweep there. And here we go for Tripoli. Quarterback under center. Looks like he's trying to do a hard count. He doesn't get it. You're doing a counter play where you do the sweep action to the right and do a kind of an inside handoff. And the running back scoots ahead, gets the ball out to about the 40-yard line, where it's going to be third and 6.
Help from Gabe Heidemann.
So ball's right at midfield.
Third down and 6, right at midfield.
Clock situation is 4:20 left. Tripoli does have an 8-6 lead. So this will be an interesting play. And then I guess the question would be, is Tripoli punting? Or if they don't get it, are you setting up with a 2-down?
I think they probably got a punt being at midfield here, but you just never know.
All right, so is that an inside handoff?
Yeah, it
I
was
don't
right
see where
up
the
the middle,
ball
and
is.
Dunkerton get a good job of plugging that right in the middle there.
Boy, he got hit about 5 times.
Yep, looks like it was Lane Boner. That was the first one to initiate the contact. So good job by the D-line at plugging the middle there.
Yeah, that play went for a loss. So on 3rd and 6, they lost a yard on the inside handoff. I think they were trying to catch us off guard there. I don't know. It's hard to tell if they're punting or not.
Yeah.
So with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, it's 4th down and 7 for Tripoli. They are not setting up a punt formation unless it's the kind of a quick kick. You got the quarterback in shotgun formation. He's got a receiver dragging across the middle. Ball's overthrown, incomplete. It'll be Dunkerton ball at the Tripoli 39 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
We will take that.
Yeah. I mean, that's not even hurry-up offense territory.
Nope, it's not.
What would you say the range of our field goal kicker? Clearly, he kicked that. Was that a 30-yard field goal?
Yeah.
We were at the 10. We hiked it 10 yards to the 20, and then he certainly had the leg for a 30-yard field goal. So.
Yeah, I was actually out of practice for a little bit yesterday, and they were working on the field goals, and he was out. He hit a couple from about 40 yards, actually.
Okay, so the blue line for Dunkerton is at the 20. Here's a jet sweep fake. Molds keeps it. He gets wrapped up, but somehow escapes. As he goes straight up the middle, he got met at the line of scrimmage, and I don't know, he had Vaseline or he just escaped. Didn't he look like he was wrapped up?
That was a good job picking up some extra yards there.
It wasn't like it was bad form. I think the Tripoli kid had him.
Yep.
He squirmed ahead, and he broke free of the tackle and got tackled for a 3-yard gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 7. At the Tripoli 36, now the clock is going. There's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, and you probably want to start either getting out of bounds or something. You have one timeout left.
Clock here.
Maybe they're looking like they're coming on a blitz. Here's going to be Barrett. He's to the outside.
Close to
the ball's on the ground. Shoot, I think we got it. Barron's got about 11 yards. Got the first down. The ball squirted back, so it was covered up.
That was the second time Barron's almost got through one of those holes. And
I thought he
busted
was
the big
through.
one.
Yeah, they were it was kind of like a run blitz, and we beat it. They were sending people. So with 2 minutes and 31 seconds, now they're winding the clock. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's 3rd and 2 on the Tripoli 31. Kind of an exciting play. It went from, is he going to score a touchdown to, no, he's going to be tackled. Here's a sweep to the left side. Barron's instead of, no, now he's got the corner. Now he's getting horsed. Got 2 Panthers on top of him. He's out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And there's going to be a timeout. Barron's is not slow to get up. No, looks like he's okay. That was a nice looking play.
Yeah, nice run.
So that's going to set us up 1st and 10 with the stop clock in 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Ball's at the 21-yard line. Okay. I'm going to lose my partner here. Okay. I don't know if anybody. No, I don't know if anybody's done in the headset. Mr. Kelton might take him with him if he's not careful. All right, so here's shotgun formation. We got Barron's. Molds keeps it, throws. He's got a guy wide open. Oh, shoot. They did a jet sweep, and Molds kept it. And Riley was throwing to Tyler
Second down
Moles
and 10.
and just missed him. And unfortunately, he had a guy. Tyler was it was just Tyler in the goal post. So the ball fell incomplete. It is second down and 10 from the Tripoli 21 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left. We have Miss Opine possibly thinking about joining us, possibly not.
I don't know a lot about
Here we got a Moles shotgun snap. He's taken off to the right side. Oh, and he gets tripped up. Very nice gain. He's down to the 10-yard line. That's going to stop the clock, I think, while they move the chains. Should set up first and goal for the Raiders with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left.
Run's good enough, though, for a Raider first
All right,
down.
so I've got Miss Opine with me.
First and
you won't hear much from me tonight.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You know, they're not paying us, so, like, if they don't really care, if we're not doing a good enough job, they're getting what they're paid for. So it's going to be a Tripoli timeout with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left in the second quarter. Tripoli is leading 8-6, but Dunkerton is challenging. They've got the ball down at the 10-yard line, first and goal. It looks like I don't know. They still have the sticks there, so there might be a possibility of a first down at the half-yard line. So, all right. What do you know? What do you see that you like? What plays are going well for the Raiders tonight?
The running
The
plays.
running plays. Behrens has looked good running to the
Yeah.
outside.
He has looked good. There's been some good passing too.
Yeah, we had the
Short
especially
passes.
the short passes. The touchdown that went to Behrens was Mr. Kelchin, and I thought he was Moles was gonna get sacked, and I don't know how he threw that ball. I want to see that on video. So here we go. First and 10 on their own 10.5-yard line. Moles fakes the jet sweep. No, he does hand it off. I can't see which number that is. So that's
Wolves hands off to Van Langen.
that's Van Langen. He turns upfield and gets maybe a yard. They're going to place it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's
So
no gain.
it's no gain.
Second down
It's
and 10.
second and 10. And the clock is ticking, but it's a minute and 44 seconds, and we're down to the 10-yard line, so we're going to run out of downs, I think, before we run out of time. All right. We're going to go Moles under center with the I formation. I'm looking for maybe a sweep here. And it's a handoff, kind of a sweep. The ball is out, and I think this is going to be covered by
Behrens on the carry.
Tripoli.
Looks like the ball is loose again.
And Tripoli
This time
does have the
Panthers
ball.
fall on it.
And they
Panthers
recovered
will
it
take over
at
first
the
and 10. First and 10 on the 7-yard
7-yard line. So unfortunately, that's a nice looking hole. Ball was carried down to about the 7-yard line, and it did pop out on the hit. So that's gonna end that drive and put us closer to halftime. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what Tripoli wants to do. Obviously, in 8-man football, you don't need a lot of time to score, and so they might just run their normal offense because they can kind of control if they want to stop the clock on incomplete or out of bounds. Here's Tripoli just kind of running off the seam. Their ball, the ball is out again, and it goes out of bounds.
Again, but at this time it goes out of bounds. Tripoli will retain the possession.
That looked like that was maybe, was that Jack Kennedy who saw it come out in front of him, or maybe that was Wheeler over there. Anyway, the running back was going down, the ball shot out, and the Raider defender was just sitting there. He just couldn't get to it before it went out of bounds. That would have been exciting. So it's 2nd and 2 for Tripoli. Ball on the 16-yard line, their own 16-yard line, with a minute and 15 seconds left here in the first half. And here's Tripoli running off center to the left side. Running back gets a first down, maybe gets about 5 yards out to the 22, 23. And it's going to be a first down for Tripoli. And with a minute and 8, they're going to move the chains. As soon as they get those chains, they can't get the guy to move. So they can snap the ball. They've got the ball marker, the down marker was down. It was the two guys who had the sticks. One wasn't moving. He was sleeping there. All right, here's a quick outside pass for Tripoli, caught by the receiver number 4. And he gets out of bounds.
Gets out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
So they're going to have the ball about second down and 3 on their own 29 with 49 seconds left. So that's 49 seconds, a long time in 8-man football. They got 50 yards to go for a touchdown. Here, quarterback passing, quick out. Receiver slips past the defender. It's a race to the end zone. He's going to get knocked out. The ball is loose, fumbled into the end zone. It's not fumbled into the end zone. It's fumbled at the 3-yard line. So Tripoli will retain the ball. I thought the ball was fumbled through the end zone. So with 38 seconds, left, it's 1st and 3 from the 3-yard line for Tripoli as they get ready to line up here, potentially score a touchdown. So back to pass. Here's a quick out. It is caught, and that is a touchdown. Nope, our official is saying it's incomplete. So second down, 3 yards to go with 32 seconds. We've got elementary principal Foster. She might join us on the radio. Tell us about football, what she's got going on this weekend with or some of the highlights of what's going on in the elementary school. Do you want to tell us what's going on this weekend?
Well, this weekend, the 4-year trip is hosting a craft sale.
Okay.
So that goes on tomorrow, and I believe it starts at 9 o'clock.
All right.
And runs.
I'm going to tell us about this play.
Yeah.
So Tripoli in the shotgun formation, inside handoff, and it's stacked up for a loss. So very nice play there. I would love to tell you who made that tackle, but my eyes aren't good enough. So I think it was Wheeler. And the clock is running. Tripoli does have a timeout. They're going to go back to the shotgun. I don't think they have a timeout, but quarterback is scrambling. He's in trouble. Now he escapes. He's running back to the other side of the field. Now he throws the ball up for the end zone. Oh, my gosh. I think he caught it. So the quarterback ran to the right. There's a touchdown for Tripoli. An incredible play. Quarterback scrambled to the right, then back to the left, then back to the right. He was about the 25-yard line. He threw the ball up. It got batted. The receiver fell to the ground, and from his back, caught the ball. And that's really a tough way to give up a touchdown with 0.5 seconds left in the first half. So I'm sure Tripoli is super excited. As disappointing as that is for Dunkerton, it really was an incredible play. I don't know how the quarterback did it. It looked like we had him dead to right a couple times. There was a little bit when he was scrambling back to the left. I thought, oh, gosh, he might get the corner and run it in. And then he got shut down there. Then he turned back to the right. Then he threw the ball up in the air. So here it is, shotgun formation for Tripoli. They're going for 2, quarterback up the middle. I'm getting a signal that he did not get in, so it's going to be 14-6 at half. Well, it's 14-6 with half a second left in the first half. So, wow. It was 8-6 until I don't even know if it was it was a 3-yard pass for a touchdown, and they threw it from maybe their 25-yard line after scrambling back and forth. I think that play took probably 12, 13 seconds to run off. And like I said, the Dunkerton D-backs were right there. The ball was tipped, but it just kind of went straight up in the air. And as everybody fell down, the Tripoli receiver from his back, laying on his back, the ball just landed right in his lap and had the wherewithal to grab the ball. And I was worried that worried. I kind of had a feeling from here, even with my old man eyes, that was going to be a touchdown, and it was. So really nice play for Tripoli. It unfortunately puts Dunkerton down 14-6 with half a second left here in the first half. And Tripoli's kicked the ball through the end zone for touchbacks both times tonight. So we imagine that would probably set Dunkerton up with one play from the 15-yard line. But we'll see what's going on here. And there's a squib kick, and it is fielded, and Wheeler's running. He's going to pitch. The ball hits the ground, so it's dead, and that's the end of the first half.
Wheeler fields the kick, and
With
it's down.
Tripoli leading
That'll bring us to halftime.
Tripoli is leading 14-6. Really good, well played first half by both teams.
Football fans.
I thought
The Dunkerton and Tripoli cheerleaders will be walking around with buckets to raise money for breast cancer survivors.
so. That's so we're going to set up a 15-minute halftime here. So I've got. I'll keep talking. It's 8:06. If you're listening at home and you are in your car, you know that you got 15 minutes to the start of the third quarter. Glad to have at least a couple people with us. I don't know if I'll ever do justice for what I described. I'm interested to get Mr. Kelchin's take on what I saw on that play. Yeah, really good defensive stand there by the Raiders, and just quite an athletic play to tip the ball and land on your back and grab it. It wasn't, I know I described it like it fell on him, but he was still pretty athletic to track the ball and catch that. So anyway, there we go. And sometimes about this time of night, I look around and see what get other scores. So
as of January 2019, there are more than 3.1 million women with a history of breast cancer in the United States.
They're doing a breast cancer awareness, and the cheerleaders are collecting money tonight.
Being treated and those who have finished treatment. All the money collected tonight will be donated to the Beyond Pink team in the Cedar Valley, a local organization that provides a variety of services for women living with breast cancer. Money raised will provide education, support, and financial assistance to breast cancer survivors in the Cedar Valley and surrounding communities.
As Mrs. Opine shared, if you missed the four-year trip, if you missed the
please donate for a great
soup
cause.
supper tonight, they are having a craft sale at the elementary. I was in my office a little bit tonight, and they're busy setting that up for tomorrow. And it sounds like that starts about 9 o'clock. We don't have any stats here, but I would say I'm sure the leading rusher for Dunkerton, of course, is going to be Barons. A couple nice passes there. Molds to Kennedy. And he had a real nice touchdown pass to Barons, where Moles was scrambling. It looked like he was going to go out of bounds, looked like he was going to be tackled by about 2 of the Tripoli players, and somehow, without really even taking a full wind-up on the throw, was able to get the ball out to Barons, who caught it. So he was scrambling, and it looked like he was going to go down about the 15, maybe the 17. He threw it to Barons on the side. Barons caught it, kept his feet, and then just kind of ran over a couple guys to get down to the and score the points. The other thing, before Tripoli scored at the end of the first half, Dunkerton had taken the ball all the way down to the 10-yard line and fumbled the ball away. So unfortunately, that thwarted a scoring chance, and then Tripoli, like we said, they got the ball at about their 5-yard line and marched the whole length of the field. And in eight-man football, it doesn't take you very long to score, and they went the length of the field in about 1 minute and 15 seconds, scoring with half a second left. Big play in there, I'm thinking, was that pass play. I don't know if it was about midfield, and they threw the ball down the left side, and it was just an out pattern, and of course all you do is beat one guy in eight-man football, and so the Tripoli receiver got by the Dunkerton defender, and then it was a race for the end zone. And that was kind of a crazy play, because as we went to tackle him, he fumbled the ball. He fumbled about the 5-yard line, and the ball went out of bounds, but I was hoping the ref was going to say it went out of bounds, went through the end zone first, and which would have been a touchback for the Raiders. But it went out of bounds and retained possession for Tripoli. And a couple plays later, they had the crazy scramble touchdown. So just looking at a couple of, see if I can get a couple of scores here. Decor and Independence look like they're about 7-7. in their game. Belle Plaine is up 30-6. East Buck is down to Hudson. East Buck has 8, Hudson has 20. And those are the scores I'm seeing. It looks like Iowa City Liberty is beating Clinton 14-0. Looks like the Linn-Mar, I don't know who Linn-Mar's playing tonight, 7-7. So anyway, I might get the score out. Mr. Couch and I were kind of talking about what the kind of things that Dunkerton needed to do, and of course stopping the big play. It's pretty cliche in football, but that's kind of what's done them in tonight, with a couple of real nice pass plays. And then I'd say ball security right now is paramount importance for the Raiders. But certainly this is a game that they were marching to take a lead and ended up when it was 8-6 and then fumbled and then gave up a touchdown right away. So they're down 14-6. But potentially it was only going to be a 2-point game at half or we would have had a lead. So it's not as if they aren't able to come back in this game, but right now Dunkerton is down 14-6. We've got about 9 minutes left in the halftime, so we're hoping that Mr. Kelchin gets back. He went down to 10 to the officials, and we've got the halftime show now. I'm remiss to tell you what songs they're playing, so and I don't know what the temperature is. I'm going to guess it's about 45 degrees. There's not much of a wind, but it's that is probably pretty good for 4th week in October. But it's not warm out tonight. So anyway, yeah, I'd say the keys to the second half are ball security, limit as many big plays as you can. Maybe with ball security, let's go along with just have those long drives that we can get and maintain the possession, because our offense has really moved the ball well against Tripoli tonight.
For the Raider marching band.
But of course, we've got a missed 30-yard field goal that actually was kicked. The line of scrimmage on that was the 10.
Congratulations,
and we have a fumble inside the 10-yard line.
Season.
I've got 39 degrees right now, so it's not a particularly warm night, but like I said,
Thursday, November
pretty
7th
lucky.
And Friday, November 8th for an evening of jazz, show choir, and some student skits.
They're doing some announcements. Coming up events, the show choir, sounds like November 7th and 8th is performing. So we're going to pull up other stuff that we might have going on. So in addition, we did YouTube broadcast of volleyball. We're still kind of making sure we work the kinks out. Tonight our problem was plug in the computer so that your battery doesn't run out, which that's kind of a rookie one. That's on me. But the other, making sure that the YouTube connects to the mixer and all that kind of stuff. I think we've got that worked out. We're running off a hotspot tonight, which so we can do out of the football field. That's not something that was a new thing. But we're planning on doing some basketball this winter, and we should have good Wi-Fi for that, and that should be no problem. And once we get more comfortable with that and a better success rate, we'll make sure that we tweet out the website. You can follow the Dunkerton website, this website that you're listening to on YouTube. You can follow this, and then you get an email when you do that tells you, hey, they're broadcasting live. In fact, I was doing some tests on Thursday with the hotspot to make sure it would work, and I think somebody was getting the emails and was probably listening to me saying, test 1, 2, 3. So the other thing that we're going to work on is getting for inside the gym the automated camera that will do video for games. That will require a subscription, but that does archive video. It does live video, and then it archives it so that you can watch it on demand. I think it's kind of popular down in Central City area. I know Central City and Northland and Springville have all gone to that. I think Linmar has it. But for like a $60 subscription, you can get all the sports, or you can do just a season pack for, I don't know, $20. But a nice way, especially if you've got relatives out of town and want to watch the game live. And then if we do the YouTube broadcast, we can actually import the sound for that. The problem with that is then you get to see what they're actually describing, and sometimes when you're doing play-by-play, you might take a few liberties, or you might substitute some things in, or you didn't see it, or you don't call it right. So it's almost like being fact-checked. So if you ever get to that point where you're watching and you're saying, that's not what I'm seeing, just understand we're doing our best, and sometimes stuff gets going here. We've got 4 minutes and 27 seconds left in the halftime. We're lining up to bring the boys back on the field. We'll get started here in a little bit, probably get started about 8:20. So anyway, but I'm reminded I was had Mr. Kelchin helping me with lots of spotting the numbers, especially early on, and helping with pronunciations. But the other thing when you're doing the play-by-play is just it's hard to keep up with the action and then not just insert your emotion instead of you forget to describe, because I know when the guy caught the touchdown pass, I probably didn't describe that play super well, because I just was saying like I can't believe it, or groaning or something like that. So Dunkerton's back on the field. They're going to do their warm-ups. Tripoli, I guess they didn't leave the field, so they're just kind of over in the corner. But like I said, we got 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the halftime. And trying to think, I think Dunkerton received, so it should be Tripoli's ball to start the second half. And we'll get going here in about 3 minutes. So Mr. Kelchin's Mr. Kelchin's down with the officials as we get going here. And Tripoli's just kind of now coming to the field with 2.5 minutes left. They must not do much warming up at halftime. So, well, it's been a competitive game. Honestly, if we're keeping stats, I'd say time of possession has certainly favored Dunkerton tonight. Tripoli's had some big plays. Got a key turnover right before the half where Dunkerton had the ball inside the 10-yard line and they picked up a fumble. And then they fumbled right away on that series, but the ball went out of bounds. And that would have been, if Dunkerton could recover that, we would have been back in business at our own 17. Tripoli had a couple of big plays down to the, got all the way down to the 3-yard line. They had a out play that the receiver got away from the first defender and got chased down. As he was getting tackled, he fumbled. The ball did go out of bounds at the 3. And then with half a second left, the Tripoli quarterback did what my generation would describe as a Fran Tarkington kind of scramble, where younger people might think of Drew Tate, but he scrambled around to the right, to the left, back to the right, threw the ball up, kind of almost up for grabs. Ball got tipped, and the Tripoli receiver fell to his back and then caught it after the tip. It was just very, very crazy play to end the half and give Tripoli an 8-point lead instead of a 2-point lead. We've got officials back. We're 50 seconds away from the start of the second half. We've got Tripoli on the field. They're doing their stretches. Dunkerton is doing their stretches. The cheerleaders have collected money from both sides for breast cancer awareness. It's a pink out tonight, and so we're all set to go. Mr. Kelchin must still hiding out from me, but we're assuming he's not afraid to come back. I'm curious to talk to him and see which play he wants to talk about the most. I assume that the touchdown pass, and then maybe the long pass for Tripoli that was fumbled and fumbled out of bounds, because they had two in that touchdown series drive right before half that Tripoli fumbled the ball out of bounds. That was right after Dunkerton had fumbled the ball away inside the 10. So, like I said, we're stopping the clock. It looks like we put a little bit more time on. So we're back to 3 minutes left here in halftime. And so we've got officials where Dunkerton's doing some jumping jacks, and Tripoli's random guys are sprinting down the field, but looks like they're just mostly meeting and discussing. Tripoli should be receiving the ball to start the second half. It is 14-6. Tripoli is leading. We're 2 minutes and 24 seconds away from starting the third quarter, unless they add more time to the clock. Anyway, nice night, about 39 degrees. Not too bad, not too good. So, anyway, we'll get going here. We're 2 minutes away. I'm going to predict that Mr. Kelchin's keys this second half are going to be, we're going to add in ball, maintain possession. We had a couple of fumbles there. We recovered one, and then we gave up one. And then just keep the Tripoli offense off the field. Because if we can get the ball back, we're just down one score in this game. It is 14-6. We held Tripoli's 2-point conversion was like a quarterback sneak, and it looked like he got tackled right at the goal line on that one too. So it's been a pretty exciting game with some of these plays. And now people are getting hot chocolate delivered to them, but hot chocolate is only delivered to certain people. Mrs. McGee just she's not didn't hear all of that. I have somebody count it, but I mean, all right, we're 50 seconds left. We're getting ready to. Tripoli's ready to kick off. Mrs. McGee, do you want to get on the? Do you want me on there? Yeah, get on there.
I would just like this. My husband will never wear it because I can't manage. But it's the Kansas sick coats because my dad got smoking Marlboro.
All right, so Tripoli is back to receive, and Dunkerton's kind of line up for the kickoff. I don't know if Mrs. McGee is really going to put the headsets on and start talking or not. Yeah, why not? You can either add real stuff, or you can just make things up. Well, there's two people, but there'll be thousands by tomorrow. Everybody will want to get home right away, and they'll want to listen to the playback option. So.
Oh, I figured they'd want to go to bed and get up for that craft show in the morning.
Well, so craft show that starts at 9.
9 to 3.
Okay.
Pretty
What
exciting.
kind of? Do you have any crafts that you're selling at the craft show?
No, this is the first year that I actually just get to go and participate and shop.
Okay.
Do lots of shopping, get lots of Christmas stuff taken care of.
Here's the kickoff by Dunkerton. It's going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line on the run.
Oh,
Tripoli gets by the first line of defenders, by the second line of defenders. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. He's tackled at the 6. So that that wasn't the start we wanted to the second half. So now Tripoli has the ball 1st and 7 on their Dunkerton 7-yard line. So craft show. What? Is there anything, what are the hot items at the craft show?
Well,
or is it just a craft show where you don't know until you get there?
There'll be vendors. The Pampered Chef lady is always there.
Okay. Here's Tripoli in a shotgun. I'm going to cut you off.
Nope, you're good.
He's back to pass. He looks like he's going to run. It looks like there's going to be a holding, and then there's going to be tackled for maybe a loss of 1. Okay, so Pampered Chef will
Oh.
be there.
Penalty on the
Yep.
play.
The after prom kids will have a big bake sale going on. Lots of Dunkerton clothing is gonna be sold with
Okay.
the 4-year trip.
Okay.
Penalty is holding on the Panthers.
It is holding on the Panthers, and I think the question is now: do you take the penalty, which they're going to do,
That 10-yard penalty will
and
be
set
marked
up
as a spot of foul.
1st and 17, or do you have it be 2nd and 8? So, your thoughts on the first half of the game?
First and
Have you
goal,
been able to watch
Panthers
much
from
of it?
the
I have
19-yard line.
up in the stands.
Okay. It's cold.
It's a little chilly, but I got my hot chocolate now, so that's.
Okay. I noticed that some people got hot chocolate delivered to them.
Oh yeah, she caught me in line, didn't want to wait, so I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, I'll deliver.
Here's a quarterback fake jet sweep up the middle, gets about 2 yards. Is that Wheeler getting the tackle there?
Jake Kennedy, I think.
Jake Kennedy. Okay, my bad.
Junior Jake Kennedy.
Jake Kennedy. So he wrapped him up. It's going to be,
He's got some good tackles tonight.
yeah, he's had a nice game. Had a nice pass reception too. So it's going to be 2nd and 18. I guess it was 1st and 19. So it's 2nd and 18. Tripoli is going to be in the shotgun. They got 2 guys split out on each side. Quarterback back to pass. He's looking for the end zone. He's got a guy breaking free, and that is tipped at the last second, incomplete. Got a number on that?
Caden Barons.
That was Barons.
Deflected, knocked away by number 40.
Got a
Caden
big
Barons.
bear paw up at the last minute. I thought I thought the receiver
Third
I
and
bet
had
he
that.
it, yeah.
So that was a nice play.
Phew. Yeah.
All right, so 3rd and 8. I would assume you're in 2-down territory here, unless you've got a good field goal kicker. Just agree with me.
Okay. Sounds good.
You understand that nobody can see what we're describing, so
Okay.
and then we're not getting paid for this. So
Okay. All right.
you can't mess up.
I know who our field goal kicker is. I don't know theirs.
Yeah. So here's Tripoli. Looks like they're trying to do a hard count. Inside handoff. It's not going to
Down.
go for more than
Mm-mm.
2
Good
yards,
job,
3
boys.
yards. It's going to be down. Oh, no, I'd say maybe a yard, maybe nothing. It's going to be 4th and 18 from the 18.
Heidemann and Jacob Brandt on the
Heidemann and Brandt with the tackles. So they're, of course, they're not going to punt from the Dunkerton 18, and they're not going to kick a field goal. So this is going to be a.
They're going for it.
They're going for it. They've got to score a touchdown here with 10 and a half left in the third. Quarterback back to pass.
Run,
He's going to
run,
start scrambled. He's running for his life. He's got about 3
He just
guys.
chucked
He
it.
throws it, and
Threw it away.
D-back did a good job of not. The ball was going to be the receivers at about the 10-yard line. Of course, they had to score a touchdown, so the receiver did a good job, or the D-back did a good job of just kind of backing off and letting the receiver drop the ball. That was
Chase Greaves.
Chase Greaves did a nice job there. I thought we were going to tackle him about the 30-yard line. It looked like we had 4 or 5 guys bearing down on him as he was running for his life.
Yeah, I thought
So,
they were going to get him in the back. I
it-
agree.
You agree?
I
Good. Yeah, you gotta see, that's how that is. Then you could add color. You can say different things. So it's 1st and 10 for Dunkerton on their own 18-yard line. And we've got Molds under center. Hand off to Barons. He gets a couple yards off the right side. It's going to set up about a 2nd down and 8. All right, so clothing, craft show, clothing, Pampered Chef.
They're going to be serving a meal. There's, I think, sloppy joes and pizza, homemade pies, lots of baked goods.
Do you think the homemade pies are as good as the West Central concession stand?
They're
'Cause-
better
No, they're not.
than West Central. Oh, come on,
I'm sorry.
homemade
I don't think-
Dunkerton.
I don't think my mom makes pies as good as they do at West Central. Doing that road trip. Okay, so 2nd and 8 here. Mole's quarterback keeper. He stood up after getting about 6 yards. He might get another one. It's going to set up about a 3rd and 2 from the 20, 26, 27. So,
Be about a yard short. 3rd down and 1.
all right, they're saying 3rd and 1 from our own 27-yard line. And there's 9 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Shout out to the chain gang over there. They're doing a good job.
Well, like there was one time when they were sleeping.
Yeah, I know. I noticed one was really yanking on it to get the other guy to, hey, wake up, move it.
All right, so 3rd and 1. Barron's up the middle. He's got the
Ooh.
1st down. He gets met, but falls
job.
ahead for a couple yards. So it's going to be a Dunkerton 1st down at the 32-yard line. Yeah, there's nothing. Have you ever done a chain gang before?
3-yard gain.
Well, my husband's over there working it right now.
Okay. Was he the guy who was yanking, or was he the guy who
He
was
was
sleeping?
yanking like, come on. Yeah, he's the stripes right across from us now.
Okay.
With the circle.
Yeah. And, they can
Down.
start the play because they had the down marker there.
Mhm.
That's the one they got to get going.
Mhm.
But,
Yep.
yeah, that happens. Sometimes you
Yeah.
just get watching the game and you forget that
Yeah.
you're supposed to move around. And
Probably people watching, catching on to something.
so it's at the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for Dunkerton. We're going to do a jet sweep. Is that Lang?
22, Jace Greaves.
I don't know if that's Greaves. I think that's
22? Oh,
Van-
Braden,
Van-
25.
Van
Okay.
Langen, yeah.
The glasses failed me.
Oh, geez, don't even get me started.
Van Langen picks up 4 yards.
I'm not seeing anything. And then Corey,
2nd down and
Mr.
6.
Couchin saying, well, you got the dirty windows and there's a screen.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Yeah, I'll take anything I can get. So a 4-yard gain on Van Langen off the left side on the jet sweep. And Dunkerton's in business here. Just under 8 minutes gone. 8 minutes left in the third quarter. It's 14-6, Tripoli. Here's a fake jet sweep. Molds,
Pass.
he's got a guy open. Is
Oh.
that
Yes.
nice catch, pitch and catch?
24, Jacob Brandt.
Complete to number 24, Jacob Brandt.
Jacob Brandt did a nice job kind of
That's
doing a
a-
fly route down the left side. Caught the ball
1st and 10
and then got
Raiders
about
on
5
the
more
23-yard line.
got about 5 more yards. It was tackled. It's 1st and 10 Raiders.
Play was
That's
good for
another senior
23
having a good
yards.
night tonight. Jacob Brandt.
1st and 10 at the Tripoli 23. So, all right. We need to score here and get the 2-point conversion and tie it up.
I agree.
So,
You're correct, sir.
yeah, well, here we go with Molds under center. Is that he's back to pass. He's scrambling around. Now he's
Oh,
going to
there you
run.
go.
Nope, he's going to throw it. He's got a receiver. Is that
Touchdown.
Kennedy? Or is it Wheeler? Kennedy.
Riley Moles to Jake Kennedy
Jake
for the
Kennedy.
Raider touchdown.
Wow.
D-back fell down, and Kennedy just kind of kept his feet, stood there, caught the touchdown pass. That was maybe a 23-yard touchdown pass. It's 14-12, and Dunkerton's going to line up for a 2-point conversion that will tie the game with 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third quarter. So that was a nice play. So
It
how
was.
did your husband get the chain gang?
Oh, he
job.
was lucky draw.
Does he do it every game or just
This year, yep. This is usually he's out there taking pictures, but
Okay.
this year he
So Molds under center. You got the I backfield. It's going to be sweep left to Barons. He gets met in the backfield. He
Oh, shoot.
fights through one tackle but does not get the conversion. So it's
Raiders
14-13.
no good.
I'll just point out we did miss a 30-yard field goal that I thought was good in the first
Oh.
half.
looked good.
Panthers 14.
Certainly from here, with as old as I am, we couldn't tell. But that would be pretty handy to have 3 points right now
That
because we'd
would.
be leading by one.
That would. We're very fortunate to have Matt Wheeler this year kicking.
So
Anxious to see him playing soccer again this spring.
okay, sounds good. Who
Yeah.
who do we do soccer with?
We team up with East, Waterloo East.
Okay.
We have a couple of seniors this year. Actually, we have 3 seniors this year that'll play. One of the girls and 2 of the guys.
Okay. I didn't see results from cross country. Did
I didn't see.
you
them.
didn't see those either?
Mm.
Okay, we could.
I heard that the team got 15th out of 17th for boys. I'm not
Okay.
sure about anybody else.
And I went over and watched the girls run, and I think I cheered for a couple girls who aren't sure who I was, so I should probably introduce myself before I start cheering for them.
Bremner back to receive.
And then Central City had run at Dyke, so then I went over and watched
Oh.
that. So
Wheeler set
I had a
to
whole
kick for
afternoon of cross country on Thursday.
I like Dyke's course. It's
That is a nice little
Mhm.
area.
yeah,
Parking
playing
was a lot easier at Dyke than it was at
Cedar Falls.
Birdsall.
Yeah.
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 So, all right. So it's 14-12. Tripoli's leading. 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Dunkerton's kicking off to Tripoli. Now these are special pink uniforms too,
Tonight they've got the socks. They're
but
celebrating.
the numbers are pink. And this kickoff is going to be fumbled at the 1 or 2 yard line, and the Tripoli picks it up and is still running.
There we go.
He's going to be tackled about the 16. If you remember to start the third quarter, Tripoli took the kickoff all the way down to the
Bremner on the
6
return.
yard line, 7 yard line,
Yeah.
and then we sent him backwards a couple plays and ended up taking over on
1st and
downs.
10 on the 15.
So if we do the same thing, but in their side of the field, that would be a much better start. So, Tripoli up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a quarterback under center with kind of a wing set here. Tight formation. They're going to do a counter play to the inside. The first runner, he's on his feet. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. He's cutting back. He's got some
Riley got him down.
Raiders. He's
Riley
tackled
Molds.
at the Dunkerton 29-yard line. So it was an inside handoff. He had a big hole. I forget. I don't know who missed him, but the Dunkerton defender had to. There was a blocker there, so he kind of had to grab over the blocker to get to the running back, which slowed the running back down. But he kept weaving downfield. He got another 10, 11 yards down to the 29-yard line. Finally tackled by Molds. And Tripola's back in business on the Dunkerton side of the field. So here's Tripoli. Quarterback slips and is tackled for a loss. And
Heel on the keeper, tackled in the backfield by 79, Zach Fager.
Ooh, Zach Fager, senior.
big
This is
Zach Fager
yep.
gets a quarterback sack there.
This is his debut night tonight. He gets to play. Doing a good job.
So 2nd and 14, 4-yard sack there for Fager. Ball's at the Dunkerton, their own 33. Tripoli's on the Dunkerton side of the field. We're closing in on the 6-minute mark in the third quarter. And Tripoli's leading by 2, 14-12. Tripoli up to the line of scrimmage. They got a wing set to the left side. Quarterback under center. There's going to be a
Penalty.
flag. I'm going to call delay a game, which is a tough thing to do in high school because you don't have a play clock, so you have no idea how much time's gone off. That play didn't seem any longer than any of the other plays.
No, it didn't.
5
But
yards, 2nd and 19.
But we'll take it.
yeah, 2nd and 19 here, almost at midfield. On the Raiders side of the field, that's going to be an inside handoff. It's going to get stuck. About 4 guys making that tackle. The Raiders are pretty fired up right now.
Yeah, number 5 Lane Boner is really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it.
They get excited. They're kind of flexing out there,
Yeah.
stomping around.
Yeah, strutting up.
So 3rd down, and they're calling 18. Ball's at the 38. They have to get all the way down just inside the 20-yard line for a first down. And again, well, this is probably a punting if they don't get it here, with it being so long. So we'll see what they do. It's a tight formation, and back to pass. He's got company, and he's tackled for a loss way back at the Tripoli 32. Was that Jake Kennedy with the sack there?
Yep.
Another nice play. And so that's going to set up 4th and, I don't know, 30? Something like that. Somebody, they're got their shoes and socks off to figure out how many yards they have to go here to do that math.
4th down and 29.
Their kicker out.
They're saying 4th down and 29. They're going to punt. I'll be surprised if they get back to the original line of scrimmage on this punt, but maybe. They're punting from their own 32. The first down is at the Dunkerton 20. Here's a snap, punt, good punt. It drives us back
Jacob
to the
Brandt.
5. Jacob Brandt. Ooh,
Oh,
he's tackled at the
shoot.
10, and there's going to be a block in the back. So we're going to go half the distance to the goal. It'll be Dunkerton ball on their own 5-yard line. So
There are penalty flags on the play.
that was quite a punt, considering where they were at. And then with the penalty being first down at the 5-yard line, Dunkerton's going to have to go basically 75 yards to get a score here.
That'll pin Dunkerton back to the 5-yard line. Their ball, 1st and 10.
So with 4 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third quarter, it's 14-12. Tripoli leading over Dunkerton. Dunkerton has the ball at their own 5-yard line after the punt. Then the block in the back. Taking it all the way down. Riley Molds is going to get the boys going with the I formation. I assume we're going to do the power running game here. And he hands off to Behrens, and it is. Met at the line of scrimmage, spins. I think the ball is out again. And Tripoli is saying they've got it. The Dunkerton guys aren't reacting. And it is
No.
Tripoli ball. So, unfortunately, there's a fumble.
Raiders fumble,
And
recovered again by the Panthers.
Tripoli recovers on the Dunkerton 8-yard line.
10 on the 8-yard line.
So that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate, yep.
Nice little gain. We're going to get us a little space there, and then the ball came out. Unfortunately, the kind of fumbles have been a problem tonight. I think I can think of like 2 or 3 that we've lost in key situations. This sets Tripoli up on their own 8-yard line. They're in the shotgun with the 2 running backs to each side of the quarterback. Quarterback looking to pass. He throws to the corner. It's caught, but I feel like that's out of bounds. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it is the far side of the field. They're giving that a touchdown. I guess he caught that and stayed in bounds
Touchdown Panthers.
on the 7-yard out. So I don't know what your eye saw, but that's a long ways over there for me to say he was out of
Far
bounds.
side.
So that's going to put Tripoli up 20-12, and they'll go for 2 here with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Well, that's unfortunate. The nice defensive stand, get the punt. We had the block of the back that then put us out our own 5. Got a couple yards and fumbled, and then Tripoli scores right away. Here's Tripoli going for 2. Quarterback's
He
in
went
trouble, and
down.
he is going to get mauled. Is that Kennedy again or Wheeler? That looks like
Kennedy comes up limping.
Comes up limping. He
Jake
got
Kennedy
the
was in on the tackle. The 2-point try is no
got the
good.
tackle, stopped the
Your
2-point
score with
conversion.
4 minutes and change left in the third. Dunkerton 12. Tripoli 20.
So it's 20-12, and with 4 minutes and 13 seconds left. Tripoli's leading. We're still in the third quarter, but real tough series that way where we had stopped them, we got pinned in our territory, and then we fumbled right away. So.
All right. Oh, I
Miss-
thought maybe
Miss-
Miss
yeah,
Opine was here.
Yeah,
to-
she was on for a while,
Oh.
but she did not have
Hey.
half the information you did about the
Oh, the
craft
show.
sale.
Mm.
So you're not required to stay if you don't want to.
Okay. The only other thing I can plug is at 1 o'clock tomorrow at the public library. They're going to have a lady talk about the truth behind the Salem witch trials.
Really?
Yep, an author. Unfortunately, I can't remember her name, but I plan to go there too.
Really? Are you a big fan of the witch trials?
Just curious.
Just curious?
Just curious to see what they have to say.
Oh.
Or what she has to say. She's
Wow.
written some books. Got to
So-
support the Friends of the Library.
Here's Tripoli kicking off. The ball scoots out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It'll be Dunkerton ball on the 15-yard line.
The end zone. Touchback for the Raiders.
So you don't have a specific interest in the Salem witch trials. It's just that's what's happening,
That's
and you're
what's
going to
going on.
participate.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think Brittany Opine's wanting the
Yeah.
mic, so
She
we're
doesn't.
gonna- She probably has more knowledge about football than I do.
She did a great job at volleyball the other night.
Oh, she did. I got
Yeah.
to hear a little bit of that.
She knew all the
Players,
players and the right terms, not the terms from the 80s.
the move. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm back when there was no libero, so that's
Yeah.
all new to me.
yeah, no kidding. All right, Mold's handing off. I can't tell if that's Van Langen up the middle there. There's going to be
Ooh,
a
lots of
penalty.
flags.
I feel like this is going to be really late in the series, so instead of holding, this could be a personal foul. Somebody maybe said something that they shouldn't have. Dunkerton's backing up, so whatever it is, it doesn't look good for the Raiders. Maybe they're calling, maybe it's personal foul on Dunkerton. I don't know what happened, but it
Penalty is a personal foul call on
Not
the
sure.
Raiders.
happened at the end of the play.
I'm
So
going to say thank you for this great opportunity. I'm going to pass it
Okay,
on to Miss
well,
Opine here. She's got lots to say.
you'll want to get your resume ready
Oh, sure.
because you
sure.
could
Mhm,
there
mhm.
future
And
career
the
opportunities.
DJ with the VJ. Oh, sure. No,
Wow.
I'm going to pass it on.
All right. So whatever happened kind of after the play was over. So Dunkerton's going to lose the down,
To the goal line against
and
the
then
Raiders.
it's going to back it up. It's only half the distance to the goal. They're calling 2nd and 17 from the 8. So unfortunately, whatever happened, like I said, happened at the end of the play. So here's Dunkerton, sweep to Barons. He's cutting back. Now he's zigging and zagging, and he's got the ball out to the, 13-yard line. So he got back maybe 5 yards. It'll set up a
5-yard gain
third
for
and
Cape
12.
Barons.
So, yeah,
Raiders advance it to
Mrs.
about the
McGee,
14-yard line where it'll be
there was
third
some
down and
promise.
12.
We stopped them, but then she gave up 6 points while she was announcing.
Oh no,
So, it's not your fault.
not your fault. Not at all.
All right.
Just delivered hot chocolate.
Just as certain people got hot chocolate too, by the way.
Oh, not you.
Not everybody. No.
Well, thanks for popping on. And
Yeah, she knew a lot about tomorrow. Here's Molds back to pass. He's scrambling for his life. He's got a receiver. He looks back. He's got a receiver on the other side of the field. Run out of bounds. I can't tell you.
Pass is complete to 25, Braden Van Langen.
Okay, Braden Van Langen. He was scrambling to the right.
14-yard gain.
He stopped dead in his tracks, looked back to his left. Van Langen hadn't really released off the line of scrimmage, caught the ball, and then just scooted up the field for a nice little 11, 12-yard gain. It'll be first down for the Raiders. That was a big play to kind of get some momentum going. So with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the third quarter, Raiders have the ball on their own 26-yard line, but it is a first down. So Molds back. We've got a jet sweep opportunity, but Molds keeps it. Molds off the left side. He is down the field. He's got some gas, folks. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's going to score. Oh.
just shy.
Oh. All right.
Carries the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, that's 14,
Raiders ball, first and
54.
goal on the 1.
He ran 53 yards and got tripped up and fell. I thought he was going to make it in. I thought he did make it in. The referee saw that his knee was down. So it's first and goal at the 1. Clock is running here in the third quarter. We're under 3 minutes. Dunkerton is down 8. 8. But with an opportunity to score and tie it up here. So this is kind of a big play. As we line up first and goal. I think that's a single back set with Barons. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. And we're not getting any kind of touchdown signal. It was just kind of a
Molds on the
sneak
keeper.
into.
No gain on the play.
So it's going to set up second down and 1. With 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Anyway. Tripoli is leading the game 20-12. It's 2 minutes left in the third quarter here. As Dunkerton has second and 1 at the Tripoli 1-yard line. So it's second and goal from the 1-yard line. We got the I-back formation. Here's a handoff to, I can't tell who that is. It's not Barons.
Touchdown Raiders.
Number 24,
1-yard touchdown run by number 24,
Jacob Brandt.
Jacob Brandt had a big hole there, got the handoff, scored the touchdown. It's 20-18. Dunkerton has a chance to tie it up here on the 2-point conversion. We're going to Tyler Molds is going to bring in the play. And so we've got the I formation. I think it's this is going to be to the second back, and he's not going to get in. I don't know.
2-point try is no good.
It's tackle for loss there.
Your score, Dunkerton 18, Tripoli 20.
Okay, 20-18. We're back to a 2-point game with just under 2 minutes. So Dunkerton's outscored, and really defense has played well. We've given up the ball on a kickoff. Tripoli had the ball inside the 7, and we kept Tripoli out of the end zone there. Then we unfortunately fumbled from our own 5-yard line, and Tripoli scored on the play immediately following. So Tripoli has had some short fields this half. I guess the one time we did, they took over in their own territory and they didn't get very far. But defense has played well. We just need to have the offense, I guess defense give us one more stop and get right back in it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you've noticed in the third quarter?
I just got back down here.
Okay.
So I missed most of the third quarter.
You missed a really nice kickoff return for Tripoli. and then we stopped them. And then we unfortunately fumbled the ball back to them. It feels like every fumble we've had, Tripoli's recovered, and then when they fumble the ball, it goes out of bounds. And
Enjoy.
how much do I owe you?
Wheeler sent a kick.
Okay, so I'm finally getting my hot chocolate after complaining for at least.
And who gave it to you?
Yeah, I got it. Mrs. McGee hooked me up. Thank you. Here is a kickoff sailing over the head of the Tripola player.
After this kick sails into the end zone.
So it's going to be first down for Tripola at their
Touchback
own
for the
15-yard line. And
Hold the ball, 1st and 10 on their 15-yard line.
pretty good. So we went around and collected money at halftime. You know much about that?
No. I
Okay.
knew they were doing it. I know we're raising money to support Beyond Pink Team. But I was not out here for
Okay.
all of that halftime.
So Tripola's in the shotgun formation with running backs on each side. Quarterback's going to keep it off the right side. He's not getting any yards. Dunkerton's defense is fired up and been very stingy this half. He's going to get a yard here. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for Tripola at their own 16-yard line.
Panthers carry for 1 yard.
Um,
2nd down and 9.
Clock is under a minute and a half in the third quarter. The score is 20-18, and Tripola is leading by 2. Dunkerton's defense has really played well all night, but especially in the second half. Only giving up a score when Tripola had 7 yards to go on the short field. Here is another big, running back is wrapped up. He escapes 2 tackles, but then he's gang tackled. He goes down.
Roquet on the carry.
There's a
That's the
flag
sixth
at the
scrimmage.
end of the play, which is usually at the time that there's a personal foul. They're pointing to Tripola this time, so it's going to be holding. And they called holding at the end of the play.
Panthers.
Yeah, is right. Usually you call holding during the play. So unless he didn't, unless the holding came as the guy was getting tackled, or he just didn't get the flag out, it's just an odd time of the play. Dunkerton's going to decline it because it's going to set up 3rd and 9. There's
Result of the play makes it about 3rd down and 8 for Tripola.
There is 52 seconds left in the third quarter. They're going to wind the clock. So this could be the last play of the third quarter. And Tripola comes up to the line of scrimmage. They're in a shotgun formation. They're sending a back in motion. The ball got snapped. I feel like that might be motion that they're going to call. That would be a dead ball
Hill is tackled in the backfield.
because they snapped the ball while the
Once again, there's a flag on the play.
runner was in motion going forward, so he hadn't come set. If I had to guess, it's going to be a legal formation, as signaled by the referee, and
Yes.
I don't know if
Legal
that's
shift penalty is declined.
that is declinable. So that sets up a 4th down and 9, and
4th down
Tripola
and
will
9 for
punt
the Panthers.
from their own 16-yard line.
Make that
We
4th
should
down and 11.
4th down 11. Dunkerton should get the ball back about midfield here with any luck. They've had some really good punts.
Heel back to punt.
We've got to make sure that we don't block in the back on this one. Punt is away. It's going to be fielded at about the 25-yard line. Fielded well by Brandt. He's off. He's got a little bit of a seam. He's up to midfield. Then, he's up to the 38-yard line and then rudely stopped and tackled.
Jacob Wright on the return. Tackled right at the 39-yard line.
It's going to be about a 14-yard
Braves will
return
take over
there.
there,
No
1st and
flags.
10.
So we've got the ball about midfield with 19.4 seconds left in the third quarter. Only down 2.
I think we can do it.
Okay. Positive affirmations. That's what we need. Here we are up to the line of scrimmage. We've got receivers split out to the right and to the left. And we've got the quarterback in a shotgun. We're doing the jet sweep from the left to the right. That's going to be Barons. He's got about 5 yards, 6 yards, and a cloud of dust. Maybe 7. So he's going to set up 2nd and 3. Stays in bounds, so that will end the third quarter. And that sets up heading into the
I'd like to
fourth
introduce
quarter.
Our cheerleaders at this time.
It's going to be 20 to 18.
First,
Tripola's
Alexia
leading,
Anderson,
and Dunkerton's driving
Brooke Best,
in Tripola territory.
Brenna Fulton,
You could help me by announcing the cheerleaders.
Jordan Eel.
Okay.
They're probably on this sheet right here.
They are. We have
Caitlin
Alexia
Russell,
Anderson, Brooke Best, Brenna
Stephanie
Fulton, Jordan Eel, Olivia Nation,
Trickle,
Caitlin Russell, Stephanie Schmidt,
Alicia
Abby
Wilder,
Trickle, and Alicia Wilder, and they are all
Cassie Saunders,
seniors.
Okay.
We have Cassie Saunders,
Lewis,
Abby Lewis, Kendall Tyler, Mackenzie Wells,
Kendall Tyler,
Iana Zanders, and Jenna Ingbrick.
Mackenzie Wells,
So, a large group of
Iana
cheerleaders this
Sanders,
year, and they look like they're
and
having
Jenna
fun down there.
Ingbrecht.
They do look a little cold,
Yes, they
Thank you,
do.
cheerleaders.
so
But I can't blame them. It is
No.
cold out there.
no. And it's a
Cheerleaders
little
coach
bit
is
when you're
Jim
playing,
Weepy.
when you're running and you're doing the football, you're a little bit more, you're staying a little bit warmer. So I know my daughter texted that she left her windbreaker at home, and so if we could drop that off for her for the game tonight, and then if we had anything pink. In the meantime, here's Molds back to pass. He's firing way downfield. He's got a receiver who's covered up, who tried to make the catch one-handed. Is that Kennedy?
It looks like, I think so, yes.
He had a defender on him pretty good. I think Jake thought maybe he'd get a flag. I kind of did too, but he went up with his right hand. It would have been an incredible catch, and it would have been down about the 5-yard line. So needless to say, it falls incomplete. Then that's 3rd and 3. So we did that on 2nd and 3. I assume that we're ball is at the 34-yard line. The first down's right about the 30.5 or 31-yard line. Probably in 2-down territory at this point in the game in the season. Here we're going to do sweep to the left. This looks like Barron's, and he's out of bounds. He's going to be maybe a yard short of the first down, I'm afraid. So that's going to set up a decision time for coach.
Caden Barron's run out of bounds by 12 steer.
Yeah, we're
Looks like he's just short of the
4th
first
and
down
1.
marker.
Sure
Fourth
looks
down
like
and
looks
one.
like we're going for it here. Ball's on the 32-yard line. We've got to get to the 31. We're just started the 4th quarter here. Mold's under center, and he's going to hand it off. Nope, he's going to run back. He's throwing the ball. It's tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls incomplete, so it'll be a turnover on downs for Tripoli. Did a little play action fake. They were kind of hoping that everybody would be thinking that it would be a run and they'd be tricked. Molds roll out. He was kind of running for his life and threw the ball up. Now he's done that successfully a couple times, but he did just get tipped by the defender. So ball fell incomplete. So Tripoli takes over with 11 minutes and 44 seconds left and a 2-point lead at their own 32. Quarterback hits an out pattern. The receiver, it's a little overshot. The ball falls incomplete, so that'll stop the clock and set up 2nd down here.
2nd and 10.
So with 11 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the game, Tripoli is leading 20-18. They're set up in the shotgun. They're doing another out pattern, and it falls almost the same pattern, just a little outside of the receiver. Falls incomplete. So it's going to set up 3rd down and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
The steer just misses. 3rd down and 10.
They kind of went with the same play 2 times in a row there. I was open both times, but it's a tough play to execute. So here in the shotgun with 2 running backs in the backfield. One more time, they do the out. It is caught this time, and it's going to be set up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 1.5. So they did the out pattern again, the 3rd time in a row.
9-yard gain, just short of the marker. 4th and short for the Panthers.
So it's 4th and short. Maybe it's a yard, maybe it's a yard and a half. Anyway, it's 4th and short. Ball's just across midfield, and Tripoli's setting up to go for it. This is going to be one of the biggest plays of the game here. It's going to be a quarterback sneak. Sure looks like they're spotting it as if he got the first down, and they are. They're not going to measure that. They're just going to go ahead and.
First down, Tripoli on the 37.
It's going to be first down for Tripoli on the Dunkerton 37. We've got, as soon as they get that down, they got the clock running, so it's going to be 11 minutes left here. Dunkerton is trailing 20-18, and Tripola's looking on the Dunkerton side of the field, looking to score. Quarterback fakes. He's going to try to do an out and up. He's got a wide receiver open, but the throw was well overthrown there. He faked the out and threw it up. I don't know. I didn't see what happened to the Dunkerton defender, if he slipped or if he bit, but he was down on the ground. So Tripoli had a wide receiver running free. Fortunately for Dunkerton, that the ball fell incomplete. Sets up 2nd and 10. Ball on the Dunkerton 37-yard line here. Tripoli's up 2. We're in the third quarter. This is going to be a direct snap to the quarterback and a sneak. And he's got room. He's on the outside, and he's going to score a touchdown. But you got like four of the officials were throwing their flags. That's going to be holding. And I think the holding is going to be about the 20-yard line. So it's going to set up, if I've got this right, about 3rd and 3 from the 30. That's just me estimating. But he had the first down, and there was one man to beat. And when the D-back went to get free and tackle the quarterback, he kind of, it was pretty obvious that it was going to be holding. So I think that's a spot of the foul, but I'd be fine if they want to do it from line of scrimmage too. And that looks like what they're going to do. So instead of, I thought it was going to be 3rd and 3, it's going to be at the end of the run. It's going to be 2nd.
Panther 38-yard line.
I'm
Second down and 15.
2nd and 15. So that would imply that the penalty was maybe it was at the 30. I thought it was more downfield. Doesn't matter. Second and 16 from their own 38. They're back on their side of the field. Tripola's back to pass. Gets pressured. Ball is well short because he had to throw it. And Dunkerton, I don't see who was making the pressure there.
Tripola's pass is incomplete. Bringing up 3rd down and 15.
Is that
It was
that Riley Molds?
Well, you can give it to somebody. Somebody from the right
Somebody.
side. We're going to say Riley Molds was in and on the quarterback pressure and made the quarterback throw early. So that sets up 3rd and 15. Tripola's back on their own side of the field. They're on their own 38. And quarterback back to pass. He's got the quick out. Ball is dropped at the 40. Ball is dropped at the 42, which would have been the original line of scrimmage. That was a short pass, so it's going to be 4th and 15. I'm assuming that they're going to punt and would want to pin Tripoli back here. Miss Opheim agrees with me.
Yep.
You think they're punting? Okay, I think they're punting too.
I think so.
Be a little different thing if it was first half, but we're under 10 and a half minutes left in the game. Although it does look like they're going to come up and they're going to run a play. They're in a shotgun snap, so unless he does a quick kick, he's backing up. He's throwing a screen pass, and the running back the screen pass falls incomplete.
Raiders will take over 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
That was a situation where the defenders on a screen play are allowed, the offensive line lets them go in, but they actually let them in too fast, and the quarterback didn't have time to find the running back. Running back didn't have time to turn his head, so it looked kind of like it was a pass to nobody. So we'll take it. Real nice play. We've got the ball on the Tripoli side of the field at the 38, which is why I thought they might punt, because that was 4th and 15. Here's a sweep. Behrens, he cuts back in. There's going to be a holding call, and Behrens is going to get about 5 yards, but it's going to be holding, so it's going to set up 1st and 20. It's going to be 1st and 20 from the 32 for Dunkerton, unfortunately.
Looks like it's holding on the Raiders.
So, with 10 minutes and 15 seconds left, down by 2, Dunkerton now will have 1st and 20 from their own 32-yard line. So,
the referees will mark off 10 yards.
Well, they're going to only take it back to the 33.
That'll make
That's
it
fine.
1st down again for the Raiders, 1st and about 20.
So, I don't know if that's a spot of the foul. I thought it would have been line of scrimmage. Anyway, whatever it is, it's 1st and 20. About 10 minutes left in the game here. Dunkerton is down 2 to Tripoli. Here's going to be a handoff to Behrens. He gets met at the line of scrimmage. He might have lost a yard. That was a nice play by Tripoli there. Just kind of stacked him right up before he got his momentum going.
Behrens is tackled in the backfield, about a 1-yard loss.
So it's going to set up
Shellhorn on the tackle.
second. They're saying 2nd and 22, and I think they're probably right, unfortunately. So we're going to dial up our 23-yard
Second down
play.
and 22.
Or we could dial up 2 11.5-yard plays. That's
Okay.
probably what we should do, with it being 2nd and 22. Don't get it all back on just one. Molds is in shotgun. He's going to do a jet sweep here, but he keeps it. And now he runs up this. Nope, he's going to stop and fire the ball down the field. He's got a guy. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Molds had streaking down the field,
Intended for Brandt.
Jacob Brandt.
Yes.
And Jacob kind of got turned around, looked
Third
over.
down for the Raiders.
Looked like he looked over his right shoulder and then went back to his left shoulder. And the ball, he just couldn't track it into his hands. It would have been a super nice catch if he had picked it up. And if he had caught it, I think he would have been about the 15-yard line. He would have just ran right into the end zone. So nice play design there because it was a fake jet sweep. And then it looked like a quarterback draw. And then Moles just stopped and fired and really threw a nice ball under the pressure he was under. Here he's throwing down the field to Behrens. There's some contact there on the corner. Probably a little bit initiated by Behrens, some by the D-back, and so that's going to be incomplete. So it's set up 4th and 22
4th and long for the Raiders.
from their own 31 yard line. So I assume Dunkerton's going to punt. They've got their punter in. There's 9 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Tripoli is back to receive at their 20-yard line. We are punting. We almost faked it. Took a couple of steps and allowed the guys to get down the field. Real nice punt. It wasn't able to be received.
Roll out of bounds at about the 11 or 12-yard line.
So it's going to be Tripoli ball at the 11-yard line. That was one of those rugby style almost, where maybe it was a run punt option, and he almost got to the line of scrimmage, and then the last minute he punted. It had a nice punt, and it rolled the right way, and because he took a couple steps before he punted, that allowed the Raiders to get their guys down the field, and the receiver didn't want to have anything to do with fielding it, and so then it rolled a little bit more, but that's about as good as we can get. Tripoli backed up on their own 12-yard line with 9 minutes and 4 seconds left. Tripoli does have a 2-point lead here in the fourth quarter, and they have the ball. So Tripoli under center. They're going to hand off to the second back through. Off tackle. He's going to get about 2 yards. It's going to set up maybe 1 yard. It's going to set up 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. I think he got 3. The clock is running. Both teams have 3 timeouts left, so I think we're okay there. And you could score pretty quick in 8-man football. Hopefully that's Dunkerton scoring pretty quick and not Tripoli, because we had that right before half where Tripoli went the whole length of the field in minute 15. Here's Tripoli running off left tackle again, about the exact same play where they get 3 yards. Should set up about a 3rd and 4.
Once again, Gabe Heideman's the first one on the tackle.
Gabe Heideman with another tackle there. So
Good
they've
for
got the
about
ball.
3. 3rd and 5.
Tripoli has the ball about their 17-yard line, and they've got to get out to the 22. So that's about 3rd and 5. 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Tripoli second back through. He's going to get up to the first down, but he's going to be short by, well, I hope they spot that short. I've got a real crummy angle. Are they moving the chains? They are moving the chains.
Bowles and Chase Greaves on the
Okay.
tackle.
That was a first down.
The run is good enough for a first down.
Yes.
Did you agree that it was first down?
It looked a little short from this angle.
Okay.
But
Looked a little suspect, but anyway, they don't even measure. They just call it a first down. So that's Tripoli is doing what they want to do. They're getting first downs and they're burning clock, because this is at some point in time is going to get into a time factor here too. Here's Tripoli second back through, gets met in the backfield, but gets out of it, cuts back to the right side. He's got about 8 yards. He's tripped up on a very nice tackle, open field tackle for Riley Molds. And it looks like Riley, maybe he's got some dirt in his face mask or something. Yeah, Tripoli's quarterback almost sprung that. He ran to the left. He got through a couple of tackles, cut back to the right and went from like a 1-yard loss to 8-yard gain. So it sets up 2nd and 2. They've got the ball at their own 30-yard line with an I formation. Looks like they're trying to do a hard count to get us off sides. Second back comes through, gets met in the backfield. Is that Jacob Brandt with a tackle for loss?
Tackle for loss.
That was a very nice play. I don't know where he came from, but as soon as the running back had the ball, his feet were wrapped up, so he couldn't even get started.
3 for the Panthers.
It's now a real big 3rd down. Ball's on the 29-yard line. They have to get to the 32 and a half. So it's 3rd and a long 3. We're at the 6.5-minute mark. Tripola's in their own territory. Dunkerton's kind of got about 8 men in the box. And in 8-man football, that's everybody. Here's a second back through. He gets through a couple of tackles and unfortunately is going to pick up a 1st down and move the chains. I thought we had him in the backfield, and I thought it was going to set up a 4th down. So Tripola's doing just enough. Some hard running there.
Tackled down by Greaves and Van Langen.
Van Langen and Greaves had pretty nice tackles there to kind of save the being a huge play.
37.
So we're at the 6-minute mark. Tripola's leading 20-18. They've got a 1st down. Both teams have all their timeouts left. They're almost to midfield. They've got it at their own 37, and they're firing up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback under center. Directs a quick pitch to the left side. He's got a little bit of a seam there. They're going to call holding. The back judge is going to call holding on the left tackle. So he got about 5 yards on the play, but that's going to be our D-end was getting held. It's pretty good eyesight for the guy in the back to call that. I mean, I saw it. But so that's going to set up about should set up about a 2nd, and they're going to mark it from, I'm not sure what they're doing with the mark here. Excuse me, it'll set up a 1st down. It should set up a 1st and 20. But they're placing the ball back at the Tripola 29-yard line.
Make it 1st down and 18 for the Panthers.
So it looks like it's going to be 1st and 18 from the 29-yard line. So right now, this is our series to stop them here. We've got them pinned back, 1st and 18. Dunkerton's got a lot of guys by the line of scrimmage. It's the 1st back through. He's met. I thought he was going to wriggle out, but somebody's hanging on very tightly there. Number, is that 11 or 12?
Dave Hyman meets Croquet right at the line of scrimmage.
Dave Hyman is getting credit for that tackle. Very nice tackle.
18.
Kind of saved it from being kind of a big play because he was cutting back there. The clock is at 5 minutes here, so we're needing to stop him on this series and get the ball back. There's a pass play. Guy gets the corner, and he's going to score a touchdown. So Tripola's going to take an 8-point lead on the out play to the right side. It was man-on-man coverage. Once he got past the first defender,
51-yard pass play.
that was going to be a touchdown. So 51-yard pass play there for Tripola. That puts the score at 26-18. So this is going to be a big 2-point conversion because it's a 1-score game right now. If they get the 2-point conversion, then it's a 2-score game. So Tripola's setting up. Oh, they're going to kick the extra point. They're still going to set up a 2-point game if they convert this extra point with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. And there's a snap, and they're going to fake it, running up the middle. Now he's throwing. That was a weirdly designed play. So I don't know. I think
just under 5 minutes to go.
Worked out well for Dunkerton. So it's
Raiders 18.
It's 26-18 with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. Tripola is leading, and Dunkerton's going to get the ball back, and they're going to need to score and get a 2-point conversion.
I think we can do it.
Okay.
I think we can.
I think we can. That's it.
I might not be able to add a lot to the play-by-play, but
I feel good about our ability to do it.
I do.
Okay. Well, that's way better than you think that. Like if you said no, we can't do it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I am going to pop the headset off and see if I can pass it along to
And there's a whole bunch of people who
one
aren't
of
making
these
eye
guys.
contact right now. That's fine. If nobody wants to do it, you could just put it down. That's fine.
All right. Do it for play.
So with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game here, I may have a partner, I may not. All right. Now it's big time. All right, Mr. Brungard's going to join me. What do you got besides we can do it?
You know what? It just takes one drive.
And we don't have to hurry. We've got 3 timeouts and 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. Kick is taken at the goal line. Running up to the 15 to the 20. Hit hard at the 23 and
Grant receives
tackled.
the kick at the 1 yard line and takes it out to the 23.
Just needed one more block there.
First and
Yeah.
10
Got
for the
it, sprung it
Raiders.
to the outside and went all the way, but lowered his shoulder and tried to run him over for a couple extra yards.
Yeah. he created the contact instead of avoiding it. That's fine. So here we go. We're going to set up in the shotgun formation. It looks like Barron's on the left. I can't tell who's on the right. Barron's is going to go in motion. It's a fake jet sweep. Mold's keeper. He's weaving around. He's got about 10 yards, and he's, got about 12 yards. So he's going to get the first down.
Quarterback keeper. It looks like about an 11-yard gain. Good enough for the Raiders. First down.
Molds has done a nice job running tonight.
Yeah. That jet sweep and then keeper kind of almost works as the counterplay there. Freezes the linebacker. So here we go. Same setup where Molds is in the shotgun. We're got the ball at the 35. Barons is in motion. This time it's a handoff to Barons. Barons sweeping around the right side. He's going to be kind of gang tackled at about the 40-yard line. So 5-yard gain. Clock is running.
Barron's on the sweep to the right. Looks
Yeah.
like he got about 5 yards.
We've got 4
Second
minutes.
down and 5, right at midfield.
4 minutes left in the game. Ball's at midfield. 2nd and 5. Tripoli is leading 26 to 18. So we do have to kind of watch the clock here as we have to go 40 more yards and get a 2-point conversion. We do have 3 timeouts. We're on formation with Molds. This time is that this fake jet sweep, and Molds keeps. I thought he had about 2 yards, but instead he's going to get 4. Looks like he was getting pulled. Was that Brandt pulling him forward?
One of his teammates might have been hiding him in there.
Drug also by Jacob Brandt.
So,
Looks like about a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 3.
all right, they're saying 3rd and 3. Obviously we're in 2-down territory with the ball at the 38-yard line. We're in Tripoli territory. The clock continues to run. There's 3 minutes left in the game. Tripoli is leading by 8. So we need a Dunkerton first down. Even better, Dunkerton score. Under center, Molds, fake jet sweep, kind of hand cross buck almost, or counter. And I think we're gonna get the first down.
Yep, they're signaling first down.
All right.
Well, now they're going to take a look at it.
They're gonna take a okay. The running back on that play was, I missed who that was.
Timeout for measurement.
So with 2:42, they're going to measure. I would just give it to us, but
It looked like the marker was short of the line, and it's past the line, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing we're going to get it. Yep.
yeah. So it's a first down. I guess what that does is that gives us a timeout and allows us to get set up if we've got a play called. If we're worried about the clock.
Raiders ball, 1st and 10
With
on the
35-yard line, I don't know. You probably got to get these plays going. Potentially,
Yeah, they want to probably keep Tripoli from getting too much time either.
That's
so
true.
It's kind of a catch-22 here.
so with the clock at 2 minutes and 25 seconds left, Dunkerton's going to do a shotgun snap. Molds back to pass. This time he's
Ooh.
got a guy wide open. That's Kennedy. Kennedy's at the 10, the 5, on his
got
feet and into the end zone.
Riley Moles and Jake Kennedy.
Oh.
Touchdown.
All right. So now we got to see if we scored too quickly. but that's going to put it to 26-24. We still have to get the 2-point conversion. Real nice throw to Kennedy. He got spun around at about the 5, was able to stay on his feet, and once the defender fell down and couldn't keep up with him, he just kind of walked into the end zone. So here we are, 2-point conversion with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Molds is going to be under center. You've got the I backfield that you've had all night, or majority of the night. So Molds back to pass. He gets hit. The ball bounces in the air and is intercepted.
Raiders' 2-point try is no good.
So now,
With 2:13 left in the game, Dunkerton 24, Tripoli 26.
Tripoli has a 2-point lead with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Coach.
Well, we need to stop them. Probably a 3-and-out here.
Okay.
Otherwise, they're going to be able to run out of the clock. So we're going to have to
Are
have a
you
good
call,
first
are,
down
you,
play.
are you calling for the onside kick?
You know,
Because it doesn't really matter if you don't get it.
I feel like we've done a pretty good job of stuffing the run today. If we can kind of sell out a little bit, I doubt they're going to pass the ball.
Okay.
So I would kick
So
it
you're
deep.
kicking-
and
you're kicking
I would
deep,
kick it deep,
pin-
force them to
pinning 'em?
punt it, and try and get it around
Okay.
midfield.
All right.
But that's just me.
That's just you. I was gonna say, you're Mr. Vegas. You're aggressive. All right. Well, I assume Tripoli is going to plan for the onside kick. I guess the other thing you could do is maybe try to do some kind of pooch secondary kick where you don't kick it out. You kick it over the first line of defenders and then put a race on.
Looks like they got their
and they're
pretty
packing.
skilled guys there in that second level there.
Yeah. So they've got 4 guys on the 40, and then they've got 3 guys within 5 yards of the 40. They've got nobody else until the 10-yard line. And now the guy deep is kind of coming up. This is going to be kind of exciting. This is down 2 with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Dunkerton's kicking off, and looks like they're going to do a squib onside kick, and it's going to be covered by Tripoli.
Raiders attempted onside kick.
They went with the
It looks like the Panthers are going to fall
I don't
on
know,
it.
the slow rolling.
yeah.
That wasn't the onside kick where you kick it at an angle and you hope for the
Panther ball, first and
third
10,
bounce. It
their
was the
38.
kick it slow and everybody run down and chase the ball. So anyway, that means that Tripoli has the ball at their own 38. There is 2 minutes and 13 seconds left, and we're going to have to sell out on the run here. I agree. I don't think we'll see Tripoli throw. They've had some success, but they've had a lot of incompletes, and the last thing they want to do is have an incomplete. They're set up in an I formation, tight, and second back through is going to be wrapped up. There's going to be about a 1-yard gain, 2-yard gain, and have we called the time? And we've called the timeout. So that play took 6 seconds.
Carry up the middle for about a 2-yard gain.
Good swarm tackle by most of the Raiders
Second
there on
and
the
8.
left side.
Timeout, Dunkerton.
And so the thing for Tripoli is they want to obviously get first downs. They want to maybe not run straight up the middle, but if they run to the sides, they don't want to go out of bounds as well because they want the clock to run. If we have 2 more timeouts left, so we could get it to be about 150. We could force them to punt with maybe a minute and 25 left in the game. If we're able to hold them, that's plenty of time to go whatever we need to. But they also could be in 4-down territory now that they're close to midfield. So the timeout is almost over. Like we said, Dunkerton has 2 more timeouts. 2nd and 8 for Tripoli. Right at midfield. They're looking to Tripoli's quarterback keep, and he falls down.
That's good for the Raiders right there. Just lost 5 yards.
Yeah.
Van Langen meets him in the backfield.
Van Langen was right there. He slipped and fell down, but Van Langen was going to get him either way. It was going to be a kind of a naked bootleg. They were kind of hoping to catch a little over pursuing on Dunkerton and maybe run around the corner and obviously the quarterback, I'm sure, had been instructed to stay in bounds. Took 5 seconds, so we're at 2 minutes and 2 seconds.
Now you got to wonder if they actually are going to pass, or if they're going to make us use our last time out.
Yeah. I would think conventional wisdom would say you'd run, make us use our timeout, punt, hope to pin us down, and make us go 70 yards. And
one thing that has been working for us, though, on offense is the deep passing games.
Yeah. And it doesn't, as we saw in the first half, I think they scored their touchdown in about 1 minute and 15 seconds. Shotgun formation here for Tripoli. They're trying to get us maybe a hard count, quarterback back to pass. It does look like he is throwing the ball. It's caught for a first down. Now he slips back. Now he fumbles. I think he had the first down and backed up, and it's right at the mark. I don't think they're giving it to him.
I don't think so either.
Did you think he was?
Yeah, I think he was by it. Then he took a step back trying to make a move, and then he lost the ball and recovered it short.
And so now with the clock running, Dunkerton's going to call a timeout. Unfortunately, that not only was a big gain, it was a pass that was complete, and then it also burned about 20 seconds off. So we're at 1:42, and now we're burning our last timeout. And, of course, this will be the game with 4th and 1. They've got the ball. Tripoli has the ball at the 33. They need to get to the 32, so they're clearly going to go on 4th and 1. They're not going to punt it. But, yeah, I think the receiver had the first down and then decided to step back and try to get more, and then he got wrapped up. And needless to say, they didn't even measure that, and then they wound the clock. So timeout's ending. Here it is. Here's the game right here. 4th down.
Full yard.
Good full yard. So I don't think there's any reason not to have almost everybody right there on the line of scrimmage. I hope you got some guys to pursue the corner. It's going to be a quarterback sneak, and it looks like he got the first down. There was quite a push there. So that's going to pretty much put it 1st and goal now for Tripoli. Not 1st and goal, 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. And we don't have any timeouts left, and there's 1 minute and 36, and they're winding the clock. So is that 2 snaps and knees? But that'll do it here from Dunkerton. As we're kind of winding up, any thoughts on what you saw tonight?
Well, there's good plays on both ends. There's good defense on both ends at times of the game. You know, it came down to a 2-point conversion. They got one at the very beginning of the game, and I mean, no one else got any 2-point conversions the rest of the game, and that hurt Dunkerton for sure.
Second down, Panthers.
And we missed a field goal, and it was right there on that 30-yard field goal, which would of course be 3 points. I mean, this would have played a lot differently, but those are some points, and we had some costly turnovers when we were driving and when we were trying to get out of our end zone.
Maybe a botched whistle that could have given us a turnover in the first half too, which, you know, kind of takes the air out of the tires for a little while.
So, all right, well, I think that's probably the last snap of the game. The final looks like it's going to be 26-24. Dunkerton, real nice effort from the boys. Tough to kind of go out this way, but appreciated that they fought the whole way.
Lots of good plays. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, there was some real impressive stuff tonight. Curious to see how many nice passing plays, and the defense really gave up 26 points, but boy, they played well all night. So, all right, well, I appreciate you jumping on with me.
No problem.
We'll keep you going, and we'll sign off now and end the stream. So thanks for the 4 people that are listening, and we'll see